Vishy, rapid fire. Why, in your opinion, have so many of your contemporaries retired?
Because they wanted to try other things.
What's the one thing that motivates you to still keep at it?
It's a big part of what I do, and I don't want to stop it completely. I don't know how I would fill the time.
Okay. The one achievement outside the chessboard that you're most proud of?
Marrying up.
Okay. One regret that you have in your professional career?
I don't really.
Okay. The one thing that you fear in your professional career?
Playing badly.
Playing badly, okay. The one thing, of all your rivals, who would you call your greatest rival?
I think I've played the most games with Kramnik. So in some sense, you could call him my greatest rival. But I think Magnus is pretty close in terms of number of games as well. So.
And what's the one thing you've learned from Kramnik?
I thought I had learned how to be very chilled from him. But you continuously learn new things about people. So.
He's not chill anymore?
He's, let's say, doing some very interesting stuff. He's suddenly discovered Twitter, and that's a Vladdy I didn't really see coming. Let's put it that way.
Okay, one piece of advice you have for Djokovic?
I was, very hard to dislike someone like as nice as Alcaraz, but I was actually rooting for Djokovic. Not to have a knee operation right before a tournament. I don't
And what's the one piece of advice you have for Alcaraz now that he's?
He's doing great. He seems to be genuinely chirpy and happy everywhere, and it's a nice attitude to watch. He'll find out.
Okay. And for Rohit?
Enjoy the times it goes well, and really enjoy it.
One piece of advice for Hardik Pandya?
That's, I think, outside my area of expertise.
Okay, I won't push you. The one tip to maintain your mental fitness. I read that you burn 3,000 calories, in a 4-hour chess game, just sitting down and playing chess. Is that?
I wish. I think that number is very high, but yes, we do expend a lot of energy. Number one tip is pretty simple: sleep. If you can sleep well and not think about the previous game, you've got it. For the rest, I think finding something exciting to do every day is what makes it interesting and what makes it easy to concentrate.
Okay, but give us one tip for parents who say they want their kids to grow up to be as sharp, intelligent, and focused as Vishy Anand is.
That's exactly it. So it's not only a question of finding what you love, but finding something interesting to do every day. Our brain responds to new things, and that's actually the best way to concentrate.
Okay, fantastic. Aruna, can I move a rapid fire to you? The one person who has contributed to improving brand India globally almost as much as Vishy Anand has.
Mahatma Gandhi.
Okay. The one game that Vishy lost, but you were most proud of him for playing.
There is no game like that. If he loses, it's misery and miserable.
Okay. The one contract or endorsement that you were happiest closing.
I think Anand is, he does a lot of work for WWF, and that is very interesting because, every time you learn a lot of new things, and it's very interesting to see what research they are doing. And personally, we're just very happy to be part of the WWF family.
Very interesting. Okay, lovely. The one thing that the current generation or the Arjun's generation of sports people can learn from Vishy's generation.
If you need marriage tips, you know where to ask.
The one piece of advice you'd give a parent for keeping their child sharp, intelligent, focused, like Vishy is.
I think, like Anand said, let the child decide what they like to do. And it's interesting what children come up with these days. Like my son loves art. I mean, he's really good at it. And I'm very happy he found his own calling. So it's nice to see children passionate about something. It's amazing how much you learn along with them.
Okay. And one advice you have for wives who work with their husbands.
It's okay to shout at them once in a while. They understand.
Or make them do push-ups.
Yeah, make them do push-ups if they can still do it.
Okay. I have one rapid fire for all three of you. Will you support the idea of legalizing sports gambling in India?
I would, ideally, I would permit sports gambling, but with limits, monthly, daily, whatever.
Arjun, you have a view on this?
Yeah, I think I would just copy on and answer on that.
Okay. Aruna?
I think the same. I think it's you should have some limits because it can get dangerous.
And what if you what if chess were to become a gambling sport? I mean, how would that, somebody would come up with a unique idea. Would you welcome it or would you be against it?
Again, with a lot of limitations, but thankfully it's not an issue we have to deal with. In chess, one of the challenges we face is cheating. And so anti-cheating measures are quite important at tournaments. I'm not quite sure what gambling would do to that.
Okay, Arjun, quick rapid fire for you. One piece of advice you have for the 13-year-old chess enthusiast who looks at you and says he wants to be a grandmaster like you.
I think just if you enjoy chess, just continue doing it and maybe just play a lot of games.
Okay. Of all your contemporaries, whose journey are you most inspired by?
In the chess world?
Yeah.
So I'm most inspired by Vishy sir and Magnus Carlsen, these two.
And what about the contemporaries, your generation of...
My generation, I think Gukesh is very inspiring because winning world championship, winning the candidates at 17 is a huge feat. The previous record was at like 20, so yeah, he broke it by 3 years.
Fantastic. Okay. The one thing you've learned from Vishy which you cherish the most?
Back in like 2021, I got a chance to play against him, like casual games. And yeah, those moments I really cherish because from those games I learned a lot.
Okay. Is there any particular one move or one trick or something for the chess enthusiasts who are watching?
Okay, then I would refer to my game against him from the European Club Cup 2022. He played a knight move in the middle of the game, like knight a4 or knight b5, something like this. And like, I told my friends after the game, this move I would have never taught in 100 years.
Okay. And just one last piece is what needs to happen for India to dominate chess globally like the Soviets once did?
I think we are doing good, but dominating at their level is, like Vishy sir mentioned earlier, it's like almost impossible in this era.
Okay. What's the one thing that needs to happen to make chess a more lucrative career choice?
Bring in more sponsors and corporate companies.
Okay. The one rival you're most excited to face this year?
I have not faced Alireza that much, so I would really love to play.
Okay. And the one thing that you think that Vishy's generation can learn from your generation?
Well, this is hard to answer because like we have been learning a lot from them. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay, I won't. I won't push you that. I know the very, very tough question I gave you. But destiny of
maybe this is a good one. So maybe play openings that are a bit irrational.
Play an opening.
Play an opening is more great. Okay. And last question: destiny, free will. Which side are you on?
Sorry?
Destiny or free will? Where do you?
Not an easy one.
Okay, good. It's good that you're confused about that answer. I still am.